Insofar as atheism means a denial of an absolute anthropomorphic God, the Buddhists think of life coming together as a conditions begins to exist or begins together. And so when we pay our respect to the Buddha, we not just paying our homage to the historical figure, but also the Buddha within us. And that's why we say each of us has this pure nature or our pure Buddha's nature. So we are calling upon ourselves to rely upon ourselves to always do good things, to always think good thoughts, and to always say good words, so that all that we have planned in and what we would harvest later would be what we want and how we want it to be lined out.
I think you're right, Shifu, because if atheism means a denial of a specific idea of God, then I do think that Buddhism and all its teachings will be very comfortably practiced, even by atheists. Because if the focus is on compassion, then it does not matter what you believe in or whether you believe in God or not, as long as you do the three acts of goodness. So, given that,
Man is man's need faith or needs to believe in something. And so we have created deities. Say in the olden times or primitively, we would pray to the sky or to um, the the storm so that we would get rain or we would get sunlight to in order for good harvest. And then later on, if we were to live by the sea, we would pray to the god of the river or the god of the oceans so that we would be able to receive a good harvest from the oceans. And so we have created a lot of this faith so that we could believe in. And Buddhism emphasizes more on believing in oneself, believing in I myself can master my own life and be responsible. Teach us to be responsible for ourselves and our actions.
yes, so it is more dependent on the self rather than on the supplication from the gods or the beings that you have mentioned. Now, Shifu, this is very interesting, and I'm sure our listeners who would like to ask questions, which they can post on the website after our interview. But as a closing remark from you, since we're talking about compassion, do you have any parable that you can share with us on this virtue?
We always pray to Guan Yin because Guan Yin has always been very close and taking care of us all the time. And so this is what we do. We say that in the the level of our faith or in the progress of our belief, and we not just pray, but we also have to practice in what the bodhisattvahood is. So Guan Yin is a bodhisattva, benefiting self and benefiting others. So we do not just pray to her, but we have to practice her way in order to be like her. So there is one story, a farmer. He is a sincere, and devoted, he is a devotee to Guan Yin Bodhisattva. He pray to her all the time before he goes out to the farm and later on in the evening. So when flood occurs in his village and flood the whole farm and up to the rooftop of his house, he continued to pray to Guan Yin Bodhisattva in hope that she would come and help him. So the farmer begins to sit on the roof waiting for her to appear and take him to safe. Not long after, someone in a canoe come by. The person asked him to come on the canoe so that they can both ride to the safe shore. He refused to get on the canoe. This is how he responds. Oh no, I'm going to wait for my Guan Yin Bodhisattva because I know that she would come and help me. So the canoe rider will have to move on because the water level is rising. The farmer continued to pray, and not long after, someone in a um, motor scooter dropped by. But however, even though the farmer was invited to ride with him, he refused. He said that, no, no, is too, this is too not, this is not what I want to do because I know that Guan Yin is going to help me and I'm going to wait till she comes. So that other person will have to leave. Then here come the helicopters, and the one on the rescuer asked him to climb up the rope so that they could flew him away, because the water is still rising. But this farmer do would not would not do what was told, and so he kept on playing until the water flooded him and drowned him. The water flooded and drowned him. So he is now in the heaven, and he met Guan Yin Bodhisattva at the entrance, at the gate, and he was blaming on her. I have been so sincere and devoted to you. How could you not come and help me? So Guan Yin Bodhisattva explained to him then, I have manifest myself first in a canoe to come and rescue you. Then I also come in a boat, so that we could ride to safe. And I come the third time in the helicopter to rescue you, but you refuse to owe my goodness. So this story is in telling us that Guan Yin Bodhisattva is not just a statue standing in the temple or at home at our home altar, but Guan Yin Bodhisattva is everywhere around us. She has been so compassionate and she manifests herself in all form so that she can help us in all different ways. So one is that we should be like Guan Yin Bodhisattva, that we should learn from her to always be a helping hand to others. Second, we should be opening ourselves up, that is non-self. We do not have to attach to the form of the form of Guan Yin Bodhisattva, that she has to be like the one that we seen in picture or the statues. But Guan Yin Bodhisattva can come in different forms, and so do not always be attached to the self, and open ourselves up, then the world will be broader and wider.
Yes, on that note, we end this interview, and I'd like to thank Master Miao Jing for her time and her wisdom that she so willingly and generously shared with us tonight. Thank you, Master.
Amitofo.
Amitofo, and back to our cheerful hosts.
Thank you, Sherfu. Thank you, Professor. And for those who have been wondering why we call the abbess Shifu, it means master in Chinese.
That's right. But what about Professor Johanna? What's the right term in Chinese for professor?
Oh, that one's Lao Shi.
Lao Shi. Okay, so we'd like to thank Jing Shifu and Lenny Lao Shi for the interview tonight. That was kind of heavy, don't you think?
Yes, and what struck me most is when Shifu said that people coming from different spiritual and cultural background may feel comfortable with Buddhism because of its nature, which centers on compassion.
That's right. Compassion is actually one of the the most important aspect that Buddhism teaches. So, dear listeners, I think that's it for tonight. But please tune in with us again in April for the airing of our radio drama.
That's right. So we will be presenting two Buddhist parables, which will be performed by our temple volunteers. So let's all look forward to that. So for now, we bid goodbye.
Till next airing of the Buddha Way, Amitabha.
Amitabha.
The Putaway would like to thank the following: Venerable Miao Jing, Dr. Lenny Garcia, Buddhist Light International Association Philippines, friends and volunteers of Mabuhay Temple.